Welcome to the Activations with JJ Energy Update for the week of September 6th, 2021. Well, we are now in a new month and things were really up and down for me during August. I don't know about you, but I talked about it a few times. I felt like I was either getting a ton of energetic tuning up or I was just laying low. It was really fascinating. I have some really cool experiences I want to share with you in my Ascension Diaries episode, so be sure to listen to that this week. But in other words, I feel like we're kind of starting out new and fresh for September. I've heard other channels kind of indicating the same thing, that they feel that vibe of just starting new, starting fresh. And I felt a need to really be cleaning out, to really declutter and clean out energetically and even physically. So if you're feeling the same way, you're probably tapping into that wavelength that I am and knowing that we need to do some shifting physically in order to get this shift going energetically. I also am just extremely happy today because I'm recording this on September 5th, which was the day of our very first Zoom gathering for what I'm calling our soul family gatherings. I actually feel like so many of you are part of my soul group, and that's why we're drawn together. And for those who were able to participate in the Zoom gathering, I really appreciate you holding that space. It was so beautiful. If you didn't get a chance to participate on this first Zoom gathering, I do have another one coming up on the 19th of September from 5 to 6:30 Pacific time. So I don't know what time zone you're in, but hopefully that works for some of you. It was so amazing to be able to get to know, to meet, to see faces, and really not feel so alone in this journey. I really felt impressed during the gathering, and it was actually before the gathering that this came to me, to bring through kind of a healing activation regarding the fear, the collective fear that we hold in holding gatherings as mystics or metaphysical gatherings or spiritual people. Because over time in history of the world, people have been punished for doing that. And we all know stories about witches or things that had to be kept secret because the powers that be would destroy them or would punish them, or there would be very bad consequences. So whether that be extremely, violent things would happen even to people, whatever it was, I felt like so many of us that were gathered there had experienced that in past or parallel lives, myself included, and I felt the need to do an activation and do a healing almost to release that fear and invite in love. So it was just a really beautiful thing to be able to do a collective activation live, right, in person with so many beautiful souls. And I hope to see you at the next one. If you're interested in coming, all you have to do is send me an email. There's also a link in this video if you're listening to it on YouTube. And you can just tap on that link and it'll give you just instructions on how to do that. I do want to make sure I add a side note in. I plan on doing a Spanish language gathering, and I mentioned that in the last podcast episode. If you're interested in that, just send me a separate email to activationswithjj@gmail.com and let me know that you are interested in doing the Spanish language gathering. I'm still trying to figure out the best time to do that, and I'll probably reach out to those who are interested to come up with a time that works best for them. So I'm really excited about that too. Before we head into the energy update, I do want to just make a little reminder, if you're listening to this on YouTube, if you can just make sure to like and subscribe so that the algorithms can be working for us to help people who are resonating at this vibration find the video. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking the time to do that. I'm excited this week. I'll be putting out another activation diary, so you have that to look forward to, and another Arcturian light codes video. I feel like there's more to come, and so I'm just going to keep pumping those out until the series is over. I'm not sure when that will be, but they have been fun to produce, definitely experimental in their sound, but I've had amazing responses from people who have just had really big shifts and activations through listening to those light language codes. So as we begin to tap into the energy for today, I want to invite you to just take a nice deep breath as we sink into a place of receiving and listening and co-creating. I come through as Gaia, the name under which many of you know me. My children, I am very pleased with the path that many of you have chosen, the path of expansion and experience. I send my love through this energy update, which will be transmitted energetically as you listen to the words which will be said. The energy is now being brought through. For many of you who have felt disconnected from the earth because of a sense that it was shifting and a sense that you weren't sure if you were going to be coming along or if you were going to be disconnecting, I now would like to invite you to ground into my energy, to plant your roots, and to invite you to be embraced in my secure arms so that you can experience the safety that is found here. Amidst all the shifting, all the changes, things are beginning to settle back down, and you may once again begin to feel the strong bond we have with each other, and also the grid that connects us all. It can be portrayed in the flower of life, sacred geometry. It can be portrayed in simply the form of a grid as it appears in your mind. The overlapping lines, the interconnectedness of all things, nature, animals, elementals, human beings, multidimensional beings, elements, molecules, minerals, all of the things that make up this particular existence on the planet in which I am embodied. As an ascended master, I have chosen to be here in this extremely fulfilling circumstance with all of you. I invite you to sink deeply into our reunity, into our oneness. I invite you to feel that there is no beginning, there is no end to me or to you. This is my main message. We move together, we shift together. You will not be left behind, for we are all one. Duality and separateness is but an illusion, and you now step into the age of unity consciousness. And so it is. Thank you for joining with me as we connected with Gaia. Always a beautiful experience. and definitely gives us something to think about. In a world where there's still a little bit of catch up going on regarding the fact that there's an illusion of division and separation. So, something to think about as we hold space for unity. You are doing it by listening to this. You are doing it by entertaining the idea that unity is possible. You are doing it in all that you do, even when you don't know you're doing it. And for that, I am extremely grateful. Thank you once again for taking this time to co-create with me. The divinity within me honors the divinity within you. Namaste.